Alright, it's time for a little bit more of Max, Josh, Mormish, and Troe in the army pod. Alright, when I last left off, I basically started the army pod, and, well, these guys here are essentially trying to, find out who was the snitch. Yes, who's the snitch in their little, group. Okay, Max can do that. And let's send these guys down this direction for now. Crap, nothing here. Oh, self-powered room, always nice. Okay, dead end. So yes, on Army Pod, you know, all the enemies are basically weakened, and while your heroes are basically, you know, super strong. It's essentially a game where it's all about using the heroes to do everything. That's what it comes down to. Nail gun. That could be useful for Max. And we can give Mormish or Josh the pea shooter. This will be Mormish because he didn't have one. There's Pilfer if I want to make Max into a door runner, but whatever. Alright, at this point I'm actually going to start stockpiling a little bit of food. And the reason I'm going to stockpile food is just so that I can get Mormish and Josh up a whole lot of levels when I need to. I'll probably help Troy get a little bit more levels for Kneecapper, but hey, a science module. Let's get the Viral Injector 2. And we're only on the 3rd level here, so I think we've got enough for food modules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got enough. It might actually make sense to try and level up Josh and Mormish a little bit, but I'm holding off on leveling them up for a special region. I suppose we can level up a little bit, so let's just go with Josh here. We're going to give him this and this. So he gets operated level 3 and he gets a minor overclock thing here. So I'm going to just throw him on a module somewhere, maybe right here. Mormish is much the same way. You level up a little bit. And they'll get operate for you. We'll get those guys operating and we'll just have Troy do the running. Now I'm getting 38 food per turn. I'll go for pepper spray again. Let's see here. I'm getting a lot of nice science at least. That's something to say. There's a merchant. Alright, a food merchant. So this guy I can get, you know, stuff from. Getting Iron Fist might be nice, but let's just get a Lifesaver because this is a good replacement for that crap that he's currently got. We can sell off this stuff I won't use. Getting a football whistle might be a good thing because basically he can Football whistle's just a good weapon, or a good thing to have, because it basically boosts up your guys' ability to sort of survive. Gives you a little bit of attack power. Basically, this gives you defense, and then you get Iron Fist, which basically gives you attack power for each hero in the room. Let's look around up here, perhaps. I think monsters can possibly attack them, the snakes, so... Didn't get any food, or didn't get any dust, rather. Almost got enough dust to power up that room the merchant's in. Basically, I want to protect that merchant just in case there's stuff to do. There's a nice food replicator to get soon. Basically, the food and the science replicators that you can find, their only real purpose is essentially just to help you get more, you know, modules for your guys to operate on. Upgrading is not as important as in, like, you know, other game modes. Boink. Open this up. More science. Almost got enough science for a food module too. Now, luckily, I haven't need to worry so much about building like minor modules yet, which is a nice thing about having, you know, powerful heroes. You don't have to do that for a while. You just sort of, this is what Army Pod is all about, letting your heroes do all the work while you basically build modules to support them rather than, like, you know, aid them. I need one more turn to get enough food. Or, not food, science. Oh, nothing's attacking him, so nothing will attack him this time around. Pop those guys, and then we'll start doing our research for the food module. I guess it's the more advanced snakes that will start attacking the merchants, so that's good to know. Alright, there's the exit. I don't know how long it's been since I started the Let's Play, but whatever. Let's just get these guys out of here. We'll have let's have Josh run the crystal again. I may need to get Troe and these other guys to help defend him a bit. Ah, the Warden. An incarcerated imperator, dare I say. Yeah, I bet you do. Well, hold on. What did you say? Could you repeat that? Nothing. Whoops. Look at the time. Get ready. So, basically these guys are having a conversation. Josh notices something about the warden there, so... That's basically gonna say something on the next floor between them. Have a look at you actually see a little bit about what they're all saying, basically. So basically, Josh was the leader of a gang of thieves and con artists. One day, they were all arrested, and they have yet to figure out who talked. It seemed unlikely that it was Max, though his mental processes are not as quick as he thinks. Josh has successfully eliminated Max and Gulgis as the suspects. So who betrayed him, Troe or Funnyface? They have, like, Troe over here. Troe was part of a team of thieves and con artists. One of the members talked, and they all end up in prison. Troe figures that murder is a good way to get revenge, but he doesn't know who did it. You've got Max over here. Max was part of a team of thieves and con artists. One of their members talked and they all ended up in prison. Though he teased them endlessly, Max has both affection and respect for the other members. The Runt, Grungy, the Prof, and Funnyface. And basically this is the Runt, the Prof. This is actually going to be Funnyface in a bit, but you'll see that later. And then Mormish here. So this is something I know about Mormish. I've already done this with like the end. He has a story of her. So a disguise grabbed in a haste of a moment may be more harmful than helpful. And then Mormish is basically involved. Warden Mormish was not that well known to the prisoners and generally kept to himself due to his medical problems. Nobody is really sure who he is. So essentially they don't know who the warden is. The prisoners. And Josh knows something about the warden. Alright, Josh can operate this module. Someone can operate this module. Now, I'm not sure you saw it there, but when Max opened a door, like, as part of, like, you know, the team with Troe here, he got an extra dust for pilfering a door. That's something I know about, Max. Basically, once he gets pilfer here, he'll basically start to get extra dust free when he opens doors, so he's actually a pretty good door runner, as well as an operator. And I probably want to level these guys up a little bit. Let's level up you a little bit. So now he's got repair. There's Kneecapper for Troe. Eventually I'll level these guys up too, but you're going to see what happens at the end of the story with Josh and Mormish. And I don't think it's going to be pretty, from what I read. Some tear gas, why not? I don't know why I'm opening the doors, but why not? We'll open the doors. Mormish is going to get attacked, apparently. Let's see what's behind these doors. Nothing. Always a, you know, bad sign. And I can get viral injectile 4 next time, so I might as well do that. Because that's actually like an offensive weapon for me. Sort of. Gotta find some science. Well, my heroes now have more attack power at the cost of their speed. That's what this steel is doing. I'm actually wondering if I should build another food replicator. Maybe I will. More food never hurts. Okay, there's the way out. But first things first, we're going to maximize our resources a little bit. Or I am. I want to try and get that, science up for viral injector, so there's that. Nice thing about these guys being stronger is that they can take more of a beating like that. Where that guy just had a bunch of guys on him. Nah, nothing. I'll just wait for my other guy to come up and help me out. That's his thought process. I'll just wait for my friend to come and help me. Hey, a t-shirt. That's always fun. I'll give Max a t-shirt so he can hold off stuff. I'm also giving Max a t-shirt because he's not going to be affected by the outcome of the end of these guys' stories. Hey, a merchant. Alright, this guy takes science. This is actually pretty good having science, but the thing is that, I want to save that science for other stuff, so we're going to pass up on all that stuff. Where's a science merchant? Let's do this. Oh, we got the dust fiend guy that basically generates you dust if you kill him. I got to do that, but eventually I probably will. And apparently Max isn't strong to one-shot these guys just yet. Bit of an annoyance, but oh well. Josh is essentially a really, really weak combatant, and he's really only good to basically operate modules and get you a little bit more power, like, from, the resources. Later on, he can, help you with Armchair General, but it's meh. There's better heroes than Josh. A couple more doors, but will I have enough resources? I would probably have enough resources for a viral injector before the end of the level, but... But will I have enough doors to open before, finishing? Yes, I will, apparently. Look at that, maybe I kill it. See, I basically get dust when you kill that thing. That's how it works. Oh well, went pretty well. Apparently there's a dust factory over here. This is actually one of those modes where it's actually worthwhile to leave these things behind sometimes, because it's better to save your industry unless you really need to, whatever, the dust factory is going to offer you. Antigrav trinket. The anti-grav trinket is essentially lower your defense at a cost of increasing your speed and attack power. I personally don't think much of it, but in this game type it might be okay. Basically I could do this and I get a little bit more DPS on my characters. Some of them at least. It's good for the speed, which is sort of helpful, but meh, not my type of thing to use, really. We'll use the science for other stuff. Alright, let's have Mormish do the moving. The rest of you can start moving that way. I'm using these guys, Mormish and Josh, to do the moving because they're a little bit slower, but more or less because, you know, I think you're about to see what's going to happen with this elevator sequence here. What's going to happen to them. You know, you look familiar. I was your warden. I'm a little hard to forget. Warden? Just another link in the chain that they jerk, but... yeah, sure, no hard feelings. See you around. Uh-oh, time to go. So Troe notices something a little bit familiar about the Warden as well. Alright, we'll go one more level and then you're probably going to see what's going to happen to Warden Mormish. And these other guys. Alright, let's have Max in here, I think. Nice module. Hey, dust module. Now, as I said, it's usually not worth opening these, but this is right next to the crystal, so I want to open it just for the dust. We'll leave Josh here. Damn, an empty room, but oh well. Oh, bulldozer. So I got bulldozer to worry about now. There goes straight for my crystal. Food applications would be good to get, so let's get that going. That looks like it's going to be a dead end. For research module, of course. There's another dead end. Alright, dehydrated water is really good because it basically lets you get more, like, you know, food out of, like, your healing process and such. So we're going to put on Josh there, I guess, because he's out of the way for the moment. Self-powered room. Mormish can sit right there. Now, I don't know why, but I haven't found any science modules in my thing here. And I think there is science modules in the army pod. I'm just not finding them. And you know what? Probably a good time to upgrade these guys a little bit. So boom, boom, boom. So he's now at level 10. Boom, boom. He's now up to a little bit more as well. These guys are all going to be like level 15 really fast. Awesome doors. Lots of doors and very few modules to basically put stuff on. It's a good thing I found 3 of them, though. Boost up my food a little bit more. There's a lightsaber again, but I've already got one, so this is just, you know, for selling. There's another dead end for a room. A guard uniform would be useful in Josh, I guess. You know, thinking about it, it might be better to to equip Josh with the nail gun because he has a little bit weaker attack. Give you the pea shooter. And I think we're going to go for the neurostem module. Empty room. And EMP pulse. And of course Josh is now unable to operate on stuff. So you're going to sit here and stop stuff from spawning from there, I guess. Because bulldozers can spawn, so gotta watch out for those. Okay, we got bulldozers, the blobs, these larvae. Gotta watch out for him not blowing this thing up. Do. Hey, look at that, the toxic cloud's gone. Those don't last like forever with those toxic clouds, by the way, so. Okay, you can come here. Start operating that for me a little bit. Let's see what I can operate or research next with the research module, I guess. Pepper spray 4 would be good to get, I guess, so we'll aim for that next. Yeah, this is one of the odd times where like the main modules that you use in like research right away, they're not as important. No, don't attack that. Josh is fine. Fill my crystal. I'm starting to get stuff breaking through my lines finally, so that's good. Sort of. You need a challenge at some point. We're almost halfway through the floor, so yeah, I needed a challenge at some point. There's the exit. Good to find. Let them come. Good job, Troe. And there's the last door opened. A little bit of industry for me. I love Josh running this time around. I'll have Max sit here and he'll basically start. Oh, let's get damaged a little bit. Max will help defend this guy a little bit. I'll save the food for leveling up Josh and Mormish in a moment. Run away a little bit here. Max, the bearded one. Wasn't Bug Eater or Runt or Grunchy or Max, it was you. Me, the Warden? Sir, I don't know who... You're the face. I'm familiar with you. You betrothed me. You will die. Now you die. Maybe you mean betrayed. No. Ah! Alright, so basically that sort of happens, basically. What will happen is, like, you know, you'll have Josh and Mormish, like, do a little fight at the end, like, of a sequence here, and they kill each other. One of them does. Either Josh will kill Mormish or Mormish will kill Josh. In this case, we got Josh dying there, so... That basically happened. And I'll note that when you look at these guys... Stimulated. He's now basically got increased speed and defense. He's basically committed to getting the heck out. Same with Max. And if you look at Mormish... Feral. He's basically got lower defense, more attack power, overexcited or in range by the outcome of their story. The hero turns both dangerous and reckless. So that happened. And apparently I lost the stuff... Oh wait, it's right there. Never mind. Or yes, I did. I did lose the stuff that was being equipped by Josh. So there's something to watch out for. You don't actually keep the stuff that, you know, they had equipped. Well, that's worth knowing, I guess. And I'll read their stories, by the way. Troe's power, blah blah blah. Troe fears the mirror is good way to arrange, but he doesn't know who did. Whoever's in the Warden's mask and driving the Warden's chair reminds Troe and Josh of an old acquaintance, and one that is trying to hide from the others. And you got him here. It appears the funny-faced and master disguise on their team was the one who talked. He's pretending to be a Warden Mormish to escape detection and death. And then Mormish over here. Once a master disguise known as Funny Face, this is not the real Warden Mormish. Where the Warden died in a crash or was murdered, Funny Face was taken his place in order to hide from his ex-comrades who he betrayed in order to get a lighter sentence. So basically, these little stories to tell the story of like what's going on with these characters, and in this case, this guy's Funny Face, you know, and then these other guys are part of his team, and Josh was also part of the team. Bunch of misfits for a criminal gang, more charming or cute than effective, maybe why they're behind bars. Note, super glue, augmented string exterior, not exactly spider web. The face master disguise, where did he go, or is it she? Let's Blade do the talking, good idea. Blade probably smarter than he is. Alright, well, that's it for the story. I'll basically continue on. I'll probably die with these guys, because the Armored Pod is one of those ships where it's actually important to have more characters, but I wanted to get that story shown, you know, at some point, and that's a good way of showing it. But for now, take care.